Hey, what's up everyone, it's Darren the Ultimate, and I'm here to tell you guys my theory on why the Gen 3 remake will be for the 3DS. Now, some of you may think so, some of you may not, but I have history at my side, guys, and I'm going to show you, well, tell you, I'm not going to show you, I'm going to tell you why my theory is correct. Okay. Let's go all the way back to the Game Boy Advance years, right? That was what, a decade and some years after that ago. You know, this is 2013. Get with it. Anyways, the Game Boy Advance came out with the spectacular game Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red, which are, of course, the remakes of Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green. Now, that remake was awesome and all that, right? But now let's jump over to the years of the Nintendo DS, which was a few years ago. What, 2005, probably. And there was a remake for Gen 2, because Leaf Green and Fire Red was the remake for Gen 1. So Gen 2 was the next generation of handheld consoles, which was the DS. The DS came after the Game Boy Advance, the next generation, and the remake to Gold and Silver was Heart Gold and Soul Silver, correct? That was Gen 2, and the remake came out after a generation of new handheld consoles came out. So after that came out, that game was spectacular, by the way. Perfect. Now, it will only make sense that the next gen, Gen 3, will come out on the new generation of handheld consoles, which would be, what do you know, the 3DS. Yes, the 3DS is the next generation of handheld consoles because of Nintendo handheld consoles, because it can play 3DS games. No, pretty much, and it has this 3D gimmick and all that stuff. It's all in all, is a new generation, and it will only make sense if Gen 3 came out for the new generation of handheld consoles, right? Which is the 3DS. I know X and Y is coming out, but that doesn't mean that another game will come out with it, because as I recall, Gen 3 came out for the Game Boy Advance as well, but so did Leaf Green and Fire Red. Leaf Green and Fire Red was a remake, then they came out with a new gen, right? And then for the DS, they made a Gen 2 remake, and then Gen 4 was the new gen, right? So now, for the 3DS, Gen 3 remake and Gen 6 will be the new gen. See? What they do, Game Freak is really smart on how they did this. They did this in a way where everything is nice and orderly. Like, everything is nice, orderly. Everything is it's like a pattern. So, like, for each generation, they come out with a new gen and a gen remake. So, if my theory is correct, the next generation of consoles, which would be like the HDS, the DS and HD, I don't know, I'm just guessing this, but it will come out with a Gen 4 remake, and Gen 7 will be the new gen. Now, if I'm right, I predicted this. You guys see this video, I predicted this, and I'm a boss. So, so yeah, and then look at this. Look at this. The Game Boy Advance, actually came out with a gen remake, which was Gen 1, and then it came out with they came out with a new gen, and they all had 3 games to it. Did you guys figure that out? Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald were the 3 games of Gen 3 that came out for the handheld console, right? For the Game Boy Advance. So in the next generation of consoles, there was Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver was the remake of Gen 2, and then they came out with 3 games. They came out with Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, right? That was the DS. Now for the 3DS, there's Pokemon X and Y, and we all know we all know there's going to be Pokemon Z. We all know that there's going to be a Pokemon Z to complete the alphabet of the last 3 alphabet letters. We all know that. And then there's going to be a remake of Gen 3. See, but now it just all makes sense. It all goes together. Like, my theory cannot be wrong. It cannot be. It's like impossible unless like Game Freak messes up on this, which I highly doubt. I'm pretty sure they're working on a remake right now, or already done with it, just didn't release it yet. But I'm pretty sure they're working on it right now. But yeah, that's all I pretty much had to say. I know some of you guys may disagree with me, but that's my theory. Like, it all makes sense on how the pattern was. The Gen Remake, New Gen. Gen Remake, New Gen. Gen Remake, New Gen. That's like, boom. It all makes sense. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little kind of theory rant/rant thing. This has been Down Ultimate. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe to this channel and my main channel. This is being uploaded to Down Ultimate too. But my main channel, I do Let's Plays in Down Ultimate. There's no Down Ultimate 1. It's just Down Ultimate. So yeah, go check out and subscribe to both channels, please. And yeah, if you don't, you don't. Who cares? See you guys later. Bye-bye.